Welcome everyone, I'm Joyous and this is Paula.
And you're watching another webisode of Galui's Mood Food.
Let's go tempt your taste buds again.
Hey everyone, it's Paula, and today's episode that we're going to be doing for you is a Tortellini Pasta Salad. A friend of ours dubbed it some noodle dish, so you can call it either one, whatever you like. But we're going to start out with some Rotini. What I had already done here, I'm going to turn it down just a hair, is I've started out with some chicken stock, and I put that in there, and I put some celery salt in it, I put some onion and some garlic powder in it, and brought it to a boil, just like you would a pasta water, but we're doing the stock and putting the other flavors in there. Now this is the size bowl that we're going to be ending up with, full of the pasta. So again, we don't measure, it's kind of eyeballing everything. So you got your tri-colored Rotini, and this is how I pretty much measure things. Okay, about 3.5, which is roughly a half a box, somewhere in that neighborhood. Put those aside. I'm going to bring that back up. And you don't want these to get overdone. Since they're going to go into a pasta salad, it's going to be a cold salad. You don't want these overdone. We call it andante. So keep an eye on these, and while you're doing this, or kind of watching it and keeping an eye on it, you're going to be prepping your other stuff. Today, what we're putting in it is we're going to have some 3 cheese tortellini going in after these get going here. We've got a green pepper, a red pepper, we've got some shredded carrots, we got some chickpeas, we've got some cherry tomatoes, and we're going to go ahead and get some other things going here while these are boiling. Keep an eye on them again, and yeah, get to pull one out every now and again, test it. So I'm going to let that cool off, and we'll be right back in just a few. I'm going to get this other stuff started and show you what we're going from there. Okay, we're back. Getting the last of the Rotini out. And what you want to do is get your slotted spoon or a spider and put them in a colander, and you want to rinse them real quick in cold water so it stops the cooking process. Because again, you don't want them too done for this, or it's going to end up being a really mushy salad. You don't want that. So, alright. Just going to let these hang out over here while he's got the scope over here. And we've got our tortellini here. It is a 3 cheese tortellini. They're not in the frozen section, they're in the refrigerated section. And I gotta get a knife here. They're gonna go in next, and they're gonna go pretty quick, and it's pretty much when they start floating. And again, it's eyeballing it and seeing how many you need for the size of dish that you want to make, okay? And I'm gonna use about 2/3. Yeah, I'll put the rest over there. Okay, get those going. Actually smells really, really good because you got that chicken stock going, you got the celery salt in there, the onion and garlic powder. It's all adding flavor right into your pasta. That's why we do this. Instead of just plain old water and salt. Just gives it that extra bit. So we're going to need a cutting board here. And I'll wash the pepper, get the sticker off there. Okay, now we're going to do our peppers for this. And we're not going to use a whole pepper. And you don't want them real tiny, you want some nice chunks in it. Probably the size of, well, let's go with the cherry tomato size. And be like the size of your pasta. So keep everything uniform. as much as you can. And that way the things don't disappear. Okay, I think the tortellini are just about there. Let's see. They're floating. Let's get the camera guy's opinion. There we go. Maybe another 30 seconds or so. I'm just going to cut that off right now. Then we're going to dump those in as well. So this other bowl that we had already went ahead and did, we're going to put the pasta in there, the rotini. So I've got the strainer right in the sink for when these are ready to come out, and I believe, you know, you gauge on the seconds. It's all a matter of seconds with these things. That's why I don't want to go too much over to my pepper. That's been about 30 seconds. But maybe I can cut some of this green pepper up here real quick. I want pieces like that. You don't want them too small, and they'll disappear in your salad. And I believe that the tortellinis, oh yeah, they're ready. Alright. I'm going to dump these in the sink. I'm going to hit these with some cold water, and we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back everybody. Got my can of beer in hand. I'm going to have a sip and then we'll get going on this and finish this up for you, okay? If you haven't tried one of these, you really need to. I'm going to set that back there, out of the way. Alright, we have our pastas here. We got our rotini and our tortellini. They've been rinsed, cooked, rinsed, cooled, the whole shebang, drained. We got a big mixing bowl here. Get all that good stuff in there. Alright, now we've got 2/3 green peppers cut up, chopped, to 1 portion of the red pepper, okay? 2 portions, 1 portion. They're going in. Oh, it's a beautiful dish. It tastes beautiful. It looks gorgeous. Next we have some beautiful little cherry tomatoes. And we grew those ourselves. Huh? Impressed? I know I am. So they're going in. We're going to leave them whole because if you cut them up, they just tend to get everywhere and everything gets really messy looking. So you want them to be whole when it's served. It's really pretty. We got a can of chickpeas here. The whole can is in. They're drained. They go in. And you get yourself some of the shredded carrots. Nice size handful. And we're going to add those in. That gives you a little extra crunch and texture as well, and color. Might add a few more. Alright, now from here's where we go with all our goodies that go in to make the dressing for this. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of celery salt. That's just to get it started. Now, this whole dish here from this point on is basically taste as you go. There are no exact measurements. So I've got some Miracle Whip here. I'm going to get a big spoonful of that out right there to start. Get that off the side. Alright, we've got some balsamic vinegar here. Shake it up, baby. And we're just going to put a couple splashes of this in to see where we need to go. It's a light balsamic vinegar. balsamic vinaigrette. Okay. Now we're going to do a seasoned rice vinegar. Okay, it's an original, but it's seasoned. All right, there's some with added flavors and everything and extras, but you just want the regular seasoned, the original. A couple splashes of that. Go light on that. Go light on everything pretty much, and then you can always add. And then we want the creamy Caesar dressing. It's also a light. There's a lot of great flavors in here, and you just got to get them mingling around together. So you do a couple turns there with that. Now here we go. We get to the mixing part. Get yourself 2 nice spoons to do this with, because you don't want to break everything down. Incorporate it all. Oh, and you should smell it right now. It's unbelievable, the smells. And we're going to add a little pepper to this as well. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it now. Just a little bit. And again, you can always add, but you can't take away. So that's why we do little by little by little. Now here's the fun part. If you get your tester buddy to get you a couple of spoons, then we can have a little tasty poo of this. You don't have to get a bite of everything, but enough here. Get the flavor. Oh, I'll get you one. You gotta try it. See where we gotta go from there. Oh, wait, let me taste. Let me tell you. Mmm. I don't know. I think it's done pretty well, but we've done this quite a few times. Now it's going to sit in the refrigerator, and what you want it to do is you're going to cover it. You're going to let it sit. If you let it sit overnight, it tastes better, or make it in the afternoon, early morning, whatever, and have it in the evening. But if you let it sit, it lets all those flavors absorb into the pastas, and everything else gets to mingle in there with it. And if you need to, which I don't think you will. Yeah, I'm going to cheat and take a little bit off this spoon and pour it onto my other one. See, I didn't double dip. Perfect. Now we're going to cover this. We're going to leave it in this bowl initially. Again, we told you it's going to go in this bowl. But we're going to leave it in here until it's time to serve, because all that liquid starts going to the bottom that doesn't get absorbed, and you want to give it another really good toss before you put it into here. That way you're not tossing your main bowl and it doesn't get all sloppy around the edges and everything. So keep it in here, put some plastic wrap on it. Check that out. Tortellini Pasta Salad, aka some noodle dish. You've been watching Galui's Mood Food, and this webisode, was on Tortellini Pasta Salad, or aka some noodle dish. We'll see you next time. Come back and join us, and tempt those taste buds always.
Never thought